My grandpa always made jokes about me, so I made a joke that turned him crazy. My grandfather uses slurs as punctuation marks, thinks Pride Month is a conspiracy against America, and who once told my 8-year-old cousin that only trans sisses cry after the kid scraped half his face because he was hit by a car. And for 23 years, I've been his favorite target. It started when I was 16 and first brought my girlfriend Sarah to Easter dinner. Grandpa spent the entire meal loudly asking Sarah if she was sure she couldn't find a nice boy instead. When I came out officially at 18, he responded by mailing me conversion therapy pamphlets with a note saying, "It's not too late to fix this mistake." When Sarah and I got engaged, Grandpa boycotted the engagement party and sent a card that said, "Congratulations on your friendship ceremony," with a $20 gift card to Hooters. He even convinced my grandmother to disinvite us from Thanksgiving because our lifestyle choices would make other family members uncomfortable. When we bought our first house together, Grandpa told relatives we were just two spinsters sharing expenses and refused to acknowledge it was a relationship milestone. The cruelest escalation came when he rewrote his will specifically to exclude me, then made sure I knew about it by telling my father that SX deviants don't deserve family money. He even had the lawyer call me directly to confirm I'd been removed, ensuring maximum humiliation. Last Easter, he sent a letter to my boss at my workplace detailing how I was mistreating the elderly at our house and asked that I needed to be fired. I don't even know why he did that, but I was barely tethering on the edge. And that's when Grandpa delivered the final blow. Last month, Sarah and I went to the hospital because she had a huge panic attack. I was terrified and didn't stop holding her hand in the ER. That's when Grandpa showed up out of nowhere. Apparently, my mom had told him we were there. I expected maybe, just maybe, he'd show some human decency for once. Instead, he walked into that hospital room, looked at Sarah lying there with monitors attached to her chest and said, "This is God's way of telling you two that this whole charade has gone on long enough." He actually smiled when he said it. Sarah started crying not from the pain, but from the cruelty of what he was doing. Watching him try to break the woman I love while she was vulnerable and scared broke something in me. I didn't want to just tolerate because he's old anymore. I wanted actual payback. So as soon as he left, I started planning inside my head. I decided that if Grandpa wanted to make me the punchline of every family gathering, I'd give him a joke he'd never forget. I spent hours researching online about the human brain and how I could best humiliate someone as vile as my grandpa. I even found his church's recent activities and discovered they'd been having heated debates about accepting gay members, with Grandpa leading the opposition faction, so I knew exactly how to hit him where it would hurt most. At my nephew's birthday party last weekend, I waited until Grandpa was holding court with his usual audience of family members, mid-rant about moral decay in America, when I casually walked over and said, "Hey Grandpa, thanks for putting in that good word for me with Pastor Mickey about joining the church council." The room went dead silent. His mouth opened and closed like a fish gasping for air while everyone stared at him, waiting for confirmation of this shocking character development. He stammered like he was about to scream, but I was already moving in for the kill. "Oh, and Pastor Mickey was so impressed when you said that anyone who truly follows Christ's teachings about love and acceptance would welcome gay members with open arms." His breaths were getting shorter and shorter, and I could see his face going red. He started screaming about how I was trying to ruin his reputation. "She's sick. She's trying to destroy me." I never said any of those things. I just looked at him with innocent eyes. "But Grandpa, I was just thanking you for being such a good grandfather." The more he protested, the crazier he looked to everyone. That's when he snapped. His face turned purple and he lunged at me screaming, "You little freak," before my uncle had to physically restrain him. He was thrashing and spitting, while a room full of relatives watched in horror as their moral authority figure tried to attack his own granddaughter for thanking him. The aftermath was swift and brutal. 3 family members recorded his meltdown on their phones. By Monday, the videos had reached Pastor Mickey, who immediately asked Grandpa to step down from all church leadership roles pending a period of reflection. Now when we gather for holidays, Grandpa sits in the corner, quiet and defeated, while everyone treats me with the respect I should have had all along. 23 years of his cruelty undone by one perfectly crafted joke. He wanted to make me the family embarrassment, and instead he became it himself.